Hey, guys, watch for a second. So they asked a great question. Do the technique to me if you don't mind. Of why you do the gable grip. So we're not really defending as the person on top, or let's say attacking the way we're supposed to, right? Because we're kind of just warming up. But as he comes in, look, when this battle starts to happen, the first thing I'm gonna do is, depending on where this arm is, doesn't really matter, I'm gonna start pushing on his knee and pushing his knee back through. Right? He's trying to bring his knee in, I'm trying to push it through. Well, when he gets here, if I start to push his knee and he gable grips my arm, look, he's gonna pull my arm away so I can't. And then he can get his guard. Right? So you gotta think like that's the battle right there. We're here, he plans, he does, and I start pushing his knee back through, he starts to pull my arm through. Sometimes you forget like the most fundamental part of the techniques to show, because I forgot I even did it. You know, it happens so naturally, so it's great when people ask questions like that to remind you like, oh, that's right. I gotta emphasize that point. Especially, that's what's great about this class is all the different levels. White, blue, some white's been here for a while, some white belts are just starting, purple belts competitive, purple belts just kind of getting to that level. So we have all kinds of levels of questions, which is great. It also helps you be a better instructor. So you talk through the white belt stage, the blue belt stage, the purple belt, the black belt stage, and every time you teach the technique. Okay, so look, this time I don't have my frames. Again, these are just warm-ups. I don't have my frames. My arm is out of position. My arm is out of position. Before I can do anything, I have to get my arms in position. So I'm gonna bridge first and get my elbow inside of his hip. Now this arm is a problem. So look, I'm gonna bridge and clip him on the side of the head and then windshield wiper my frame. Then from here, I can continue my escape. One of the next things that I think separates, this is one good way to never recover your guard or to always recover your guard. You have to know the difference between defensive cycles and offensive cycles. One thing I notice that people do wrong all the time is I start with pushing, which is framing mechanics. Once I frame and I've recovered my position, I grip. I grip to control. You always got to be thinking of like, recover, grips immediately, right? Because if I don't, then he swims his hand in, he starts pushing my knee, I'm out of control, I don't have control of anything, right? So you have to know, recovery, grip, slow down the control, breathe, start fighting my position, and then fight, right? So I want you guys to be thinking, as soon as I feel I'm good on my recovery, I need my grips and control of my positions. 1, 2. Okay, look, guys, real quick, just watch. Darren, do it again. Do it again. I'll show you Darren struggle. He was doing the technique perfect. He was having a hard time. Get up right here. Get up. Because you're trying to retract your elbow under, you need to retract your elbow above your head. Yeah, so that's the difference. Look, try to come up on your elbow here. Go. No, pull it under you. Pull it under you. Very, very difficult. Open it above your head. You see? So open the elbow wide above the head. Let's go, 1, 2. So look, we were here, right? You get the recovery. My arm went under, my hand went on top, and I snapped him down. Sorry. Right, y'all remember that from the takedown? Same idea. Like I said, when you get here, you can retract and just say, get off me. You could hit the loop choke. That might be an opportunity. He could start reach with this hand. You could arm drag, come to the other side. So many opportunities, right? But maybe I'm here with my underhook and I just grab his shoulder, grab his head, snap him and move myself out of the way. So let's just mix it up with how we finish. 1, 2. So look, we were here. I built up, because you might say, I want to play guard, right? He starts to reach for that hand. Scissor sweep, for example, right? Think about it. We're just playing our guard the way we normally do, collar sleeve. Here, but he starts pushing in, he's pushing in. I push his head and I dive myself under. You can grab his leg, you gotta make sure his head's all the way under, or I like to just grab this tricep right here. And now I just keep walking my hips away while I'm wringing my wrist. And he taps. Okay, look. Why does this technique work? I want to pass a concept on you. This is a game of chess. Why does this technique work? Why? You baited him. So add extra bait. You want some black belt stuff? White belts, blue belts, they always fall for this. Go, go. And then you go under, right? So you add more struggle, add more struggle. The more he hears, it's just like a choke. When I hear you gurgle, I choke harder.